Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on LCM by factor trees worksheets. So this video presents a few worksheets where we can practice finding the lowest common multiple of two numbers by using factor trees. So for each of the following, use factor trees to find the lowest common multiple of the given numbers. So for the first one, we need the lowest common multiple of 6 and 9. And what that means is we need a number that is the lowest number, because L means lowest. The lowest number that 6 and 9 will divide into evenly. So 6 divides into the LCM evenly, no remainder. 9 divides into the LCM evenly with no remainder. Now these exercises, or the way to do these exercises by using factor trees, has been explained in the previous lesson. That is the lesson on LCM by using factor trees. So it's quite easy to go back and see that. So in the playlist for Year 7, for the Year 7 lessons, it'll be lesson 17. And it'll have LCM by factor trees. So if you're not sure how to do it, just quickly check the lesson out. Now it's the same for all of them. So we have 10 examples here where we have to find the lowest common multiple of the two given numbers. Now this is similar for this worksheet. The only difference here, the numbers are a little larger, but that doesn't matter. That won't worry us because the principle is the same. So when you build up your factor tree, okay, and you have your initial number here, doesn't matter what it is, your initial number, you find two numbers to multiply together to give you that initial number. That here will be a 2 or a 3 or a 5 or a 7. Remember, it has to be a prime number. So the first number that you put down here has to divide into that number there, but it has to be a prime number. That's very important because we're after the prime factors. Once you find those two factors there, you continue on. So you just continue, you put that number there, and then you find the prime factors of, or the two factors of this number, where this one here is prime. Remember, each of those is prime. Doesn't matter what that one is. If that's not prime, we just continue on. Okay, we continue on building the tree until we get to the end. But as I said earlier, this is contained in a previous lesson, so you can quite easily see how to do that. When we get to here, we have some large numbers. For example, for this one, if you want to build up a factor tree using 120, that's even, so we know for sure that the first factor will be 2. So it'll be 2 times 60. When we get to do this one, we know that the first prime factor is 2, and that'll be 2 times 75. So they're two separate factor trees, one for each number. So I'm sure you'll have no problems with that. If you check out the previous lesson, you will have no issues whatsoever. So this has been a very straightforward video which has presented some exercises to give us practice in finding the lowest common multiple by using factor trees.